Now, the nature of the drug war tends to push things in this way, because the drug war is dealing with what are sometimes called by libertarians victimless crimes. And a lot of people think the term victimless crimes is a cold and heartless term to use, because if you have a loved one who has a drug problem, there is no doubt a great deal of emotional and spiritual anguish that accompanies that, and nobody denies that. When we say victimless, we're talking about in the traditional sense of having your person or property physically invaded. And that doesn't happen in these drug cases. And so because there's no traditional victim, there's no one to report the incident. There's no need to worry about, are people going to report burglaries? They're a victim of a burglary, they're going to report it. But a victimless crime, there is no victim. So how do we find the perpetrators? Not because somebody comes forward and then we know a crime's been committed and then we would dispatch some people to go investigate it. For people to find out about these drug offenses at all, they have to employ the search power aggressively. And that in turn gives rise to nearly irresistible tendencies toward abuse. Every year there are approximately 1.4 million drug arrests. It seems to me unlikely that every case involves the voluntary disclosure of possession by a user, or an officer seeing some quantity of a drug lying in plain sight. Numerous surveys have found that judges believe that false testimony regarding the legitimacy of searches is a common occurrence. Then we have bribery. The economists David Rasmussen and Bruce Benson say the illicit drug market is probably the most lucrative source of police corruption that has ever existed in the United States. And the reason for this is that police are in a position to protect certain drug gangs and protect their turf, and also drive out competitors. Well, the protected gang is prepared to pay top dollar in bribes for this valuable service. Now, once in a while we hear statistics about drug seizures that can sound as if real progress is being made on the supply side. But even the General Accounting Office admits the following. Seizure statistics can be especially misleading because they are often reported without context and in terms of street prices, which far overstate actual costs to traffickers. Arrests and seizures are significant only when they help raise costs and risks enough to deter traffickers, and there is no indication they are approaching that point. In fact, it's been said that in order to achieve such a goal, it would be necessary to interdict 75% of all drugs, a figure, needless to say, that has never remotely been approached. Now, even if all this suddenly became possible, would-be users would just turn to household products. You can use paint, you can use glue, you can use gasoline, you can use various cleaning agents as inhalants. So maybe a paramilitary police state is not the solution to this problem. Maybe this is a family problem. Maybe this is a problem for friends to deal with.